So let's welcome your host, Henry Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome again to Going for Gold, our European television quiz programme where we are searching in 14 different countries over 23 weeks for the European quiz champion. It's time now at this stage in the series to take a look at the leaderboard. And there it is. Already through we have Richard Leslie from Scotland, Sue Balin from England, Pia Olsen from Sweden, Peter Schmidt-Bar from Austria and Einar Carstensen from Denmark. Now they're through to the semi-finals later on this year. Any one of them or today's contestants could be the champion. If they are, they'll win this.
The series winner will fly to Seoul in Korea and spend 2 weeks discovering this fascinating country, enjoying the delights, sights and atmosphere of Southeast Asia's unique culture. An experience to remember, and you'll be there as athletes from all over the world strive to win gold. Accommodation, all meals and tickets to final events and the fabulous closing ceremony are included. A great prize for the series winner of Going for Gold.
Yes, that is an absolutely terrific prize, isn't it? Well, if you were watching the programme yesterday, you'll know that already through to the heat final later on this week is Jeanette McConnell from Northern Ireland. Today, we're looking for 4 more contestants to go through to the first round proper from the 6 who remain from yesterday. Hands on the buzzers. You know the rules as soon as you know the answer. Please buzz in. What am I? I am a web-footed bird closely related to the duck and swan. We are good swimmers and heavy layers of down lie beneath our plumage. We fly high, honking loudly, hoping... Switzerland.
Goose.
A goose is correct, Switzerland. You're in the first round. 3 more to go in the first round. Hands on the buzzers. What am I? My name is derived from Arabic words meaning Mount Tarik. My total area is less than 6 square kilometres. I'm the home, Finland.
Gibraltar.
Pardon?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar is the correct answer, Finland. You're in the first round. 2 in, we need 2 more. What am I? I am an early gasoline-powered automobile. When I was discontinued in 1927, I cost $290. My maker called me... Austria.
T-model, Ford T-model.
The T-model Ford, the Model T Ford, that is correct, Austria. OK, so from Wales, Germany and England, 1 more to go through to the first round proper. What is my name? I'm an animal whose natural habitat is in Africa. I eat like a cow chewing cud. My coat has patch-like markings. My closest family relative is the octopi. I am the tallest... England.
Giraffe.
A giraffe is correct, England. You're in the first round again today, which means that, alas, today we lose Wales and we lose Germany, but of course we will see them tomorrow. But today I'm going to go over and join Switzerland, Finland, Austria and England in the first round proper of Going for Gold. Come with us. And there are our 4 contestants into today's first round proper. Let's just say hello to them for a bit longer. Lynne Watts from England. Now, Lynne, of course, you were in this position yesterday. In fact, you were our defeated finalist yesterday.
Right.
But, of course, coming to the studio, what did you do?
I tripped up as I came in the entrance gate.
Did you? And what happened?
Sprained my ankle.
Oh, well. Oh, yes, everybody's sorry for Lynne. And that means they'll all be rooting for you that little bit
That's
more
right.
in today's programme, Lynne. OK, best of luck. John Novak comes to represent Austria. You live in Vienna, John.
Yes,
What
I
sort of
do.
city is it? We have this impression that it's beautiful.
Well, it's a very beautiful city. It's a very large and still old city, but it's developing to an international city as well, with the United Nations in Vienna as a 3rd base.
So you're obviously happy to live there, John?
Oh, yes, very
Good.
much
And
so.
we're happy that you're with us here today, and we wish you the very best of luck in Going for Gold. Tapio Nora. Now, we didn't see... Tapio is from Finland. We didn't see him. This is the first time you've got this far this week, isn't it, Tapio?
That's correct.
And we shall get a big round of applause for you from our studio audience because your wife has just presented the family with a baby daughter. Is that right?
Oh, yes, but not just. She's already 11 months.
Oh, well, that'll do. That'll do for us. Until she becomes a year. We can wish her an early happy birthday then, and the best of luck to you. OK. And, of course, from Switzerland, Roger Shearer. You were here yesterday, Roger. You didn't get past this round yesterday, did you? No. Hopeful today?
Yes.
OK, Roger, we're hoping for you too, as indeed we are for all our contestants, and wish them luck in this particular round. And in this round, it's all about categories. The questions are in categories. They'll be worth 1, 2 or 3 points, depending on the value that you pick after giving me a correct answer. We'll always begin with a general knowledge question for 1 point. I'm looking for 3 winners. The first 3 of you to get to 6 points will go through to the next 4 in a row round. Hands on the buzzers, general knowledge for 1 point. What ancient city fell to Greek soldiers hidden in a huge wooden horse? Lynne.
Troy.
Troy is the correct answer. You're off the mark, Lynne. The category is composers. Select.
2.
A 2-point question on composers. What was the surname of the brothers George and Ira, who were a famous song... Roger.
Gershwin.
Correct. Roger, the category is branches of study. Select.
2.
2-point question. Which science takes its name from the Greek words meaning to write about the earth? Roger.
Anthropology.
No, that is not the right answer. John.
Cartography.
No, that is not the right answer either. No, and I can't give it any further. The answer I was looking for was geography. So we go back to general knowledge for 1 point. Beginning with A, what word is used to describe the murder of an important person? Lynne.
Assassination.
Is absolutely correct. For 1 point. Takes you to 2, Lynne. The category is buildings. Select.
2, please.
A 2-point question on buildings. The Sears Tower overlooks the streets of which...
Chicago.
Roger, you said Chicago and you're right. You said the answer before I gave you the question. Roger, that's taking you to 4, and the category is creatures. Select.
2.
At 2 points for a win. What kind of creature is an iguana? Lynne.
Lizard.
A lizard is correct. Takes you to 4. The category is in which of the arts? Select, Lynne.
2, please.
2 for a win for either you or Roger. What art form brought fame to the one and only Bill Bojangles Robinson? John.
Dance.
Dance will do. It's actually tap dancing, to be precise. But, John, it meant that you knew that he wasn't a painter. The category, John, is opera. Select.
2, please.
2-point question, which would be a win for either Lynne or Robert. HMS Pinafore is one of the great comic operas. Lynne.
Gilbert and Sullivan.
Is correct. Well interrupted to 6. And in the next round. And she's delighted. So... hands on the buzzers again. General knowledge for 1 point. On which continent will you find the cities of Brisbane and Melbourne? John.
Australia.
Is correct, John. Takes you to 3. The category is mountains. Select, John.
2, please.
2-point question. This will give Roger a win. What's the highest mountain on the Nepal-Tibet border? John.
The Himalayas.
No, that's the range. The highest mountain. Roger.
Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is the answer I wanted. You've got your 6 points and you're in the next round. So, John or Tapio to go through to the next round. Hands on the buzzers again. General knowledge for 1 point. Name the musical form perfected by Strauss that is performed in... John.
Operetta.
Is not the correct answer. Tapio, you have the rest of the question. That is performed in 3/4 time. In 3/4 time, Tapio. What did... We're out of time, Tapio. The answer I was looking for was the waltz. A general knowledge question for 1 point again. Who wrote the Canterbury Tales? John.
Chaucer.
Chaucer did indeed. Which takes you up to 4, getting closer every moment. John, the category is your body. Select.
2, please.
For a win. What kind of cells are not being replaced in sufficient numbers? Tapio.
I guess they are brain cells, neuron cells.
No, that is not the right answer, Tapio. John, it means you have the whole question and you don't even have to bother about buzzing in sufficient numbers in the condition called anemia.
The red blood cells.
The red blood cells is completely correct, John, and you're in the next round. Tapio, the very hard luck. Don't worry about it. You had a lot of bad luck there, coming in just too late. But we will, of course, see you tomorrow. Right now, it's time to get a step closer to finding today's champion. As I'm going for gold, we're ready to play 4 in a row. Right, contestants, here we go with 4 in a row. This is your solo round. It's just you against the clock. Lynne, you got into this round first. Here are the categories available to you. Tribal peoples, science, drama, and French history. Lynne, pick one.
I should probably regret it, but I think I'll try drama.
You'll try drama. You won't regret it. Lynne, will you come and join me here, please, for your solo round against the clock on drama? Are you good on drama?
Done some amateur dramatics.
Well, that'll probably come in good use in the next 40 seconds or so, Lynne, because let me explain to you how it works. Your aim is to score 4 in a row. You will score 1 point for each correct answer you give me, but a wrong answer takes you all the way back down to 0. So we'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now. You'll have the full 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row, and if not, we'll give you the highest score that you make. On drama, Lynne, are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now. The dramatist and critic who wrote Man and Superman was called Shaw. What were his given names?
George Bernard.
They were. In which country would you find the Strasbourg's famous actors' studio?
Austria.
No, it's America. Name the Swedish dramatist who wrote Miss Julie and the Ghost Sonata.
I don't know.
It's Strindberg. The playwright whose murder at the start of the Spanish Civil War brought international fame was Federico Garcia who?
I don't know.
Lorca. Name the contemporary dramatist whose plays include Death of a Salesman and The Crucible.
No,
I need an answer.
I don't know.
Arthur Miller. The playwright Samuel Beckett received which major award in 1969?
Don't know.
The Nobel Prize. Name the French actress born with the surname Caminker and married to Yves Montand, who died, and before I could even get a chance to finish, in 1985. And you might have known it was Simone Signore. You ran out of time, Lynne. You didn't get up to 4 today. You just scored 1.
Thank you.
Roger, your category, please.
Science.
Science. Roger? You had to think there for a while. Was it the lesser of the available evils, or did you think, is my science with me?
I probably should know a little bit about French history, but we'll try science.
All right. We're going to put 40 seconds on the clock for you now, Roger. You'll have the full 40 seconds to answer correctly 4 in a row, or take your highest score with you. On science, are you ready, Roger?
I'm ready.
Your time starts now. A scientist uses this optical instrument to examine details of time. Microscope is correct. What type of triangle is the subject of Pythagoras' theorem?
Right triangle.
A right
Triangle.
Correct. The bending of light as it passes from one medium into another is called what?
Oh, prism.
No, refraction. Positively charged ions are called cations. What are negatively charged ions called?
I don't know.
Anions. With which natural product is the process of vulcanization associated?
Volcano.
No, rubber. Vector analysis is a branch of which subject?
Mathematics.
Correct. A student of which of the pure sciences will be required to be familiar with the periodic table?
Chemistry.
I'm afraid that you just missed it, Roger. You didn't make the 4 in a row either, but you did score 2. John, tribal peoples or French history?
French history.
John, please come and join me here for your solo round on French history. Now, your aim, as you know, is to score 4 in a row, but even if you score 4 or 3, you're in the final. If you score 2, you're in the final. If you score 1, you'll be in a tiebreaker with Lynne to see which of you would meet Roger. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now, John, all 40 to answer as many as you can. Your time starts now. On what day of July 1789 was the Bastille stormed?
14th.
Correct. Where was the French collaborationist government set up in 1940?
Vichy.
Correct. What is the more usual name for the 1805 Battle of the Three Emperors, one of Napoleon's greatest victories?
Waterloo.
No, it's Austerlitz. Which French novelist was sentenced to prison for libel for his role in the notorious Dreyfus affair?
Solar.
Correct. The Edict of Nantes, 1598, granted which Protestant group their religious and political freedom?
Huguenots.
Correct. Who was France's son king?
Louis XIV.
Is correct. Who succeeded de Gaulle as president of the Fifth Republic?
Mitterrand.
No, Pompidou. The Battle of Dien Bien Phu marked the end of French... Oh, John, hard luck. Stay where you are till I look at the scoreboard for you, John. You didn't score 4 in a row, but you made it up to 3. Which means that's good news for you, John, because if we look at the scores, we see we have to lose Lynne today, but we'll see you tomorrow. And, yes, we'll see Lynne tomorrow. Of course we will. I'm going to ask Roger and John to come and join me now because they both made it into today's final. Come on, boys. Right, we're down to it, our final round today between Austria and Switzerland, John Novak and Roger Shearer. Now, this, as you know, is the final round. You need 9 points to win the game. Here's how it works. I'm going to ask a question which gradually gets easier. You may buzz in only when it's your turn. Now, John, because you scored more points in 4 in a row, you got into this round first, and therefore the first decision is going to be yours. If you decide to start, you'll be able to begin when the clock is in the big 4 zone. When it gets down to the 3 zone, over it goes to Roger, and then it will come back to you. cue. So look upon the 4, 3, 2, 1 as really a clock. It starts counting down when I start reading the question, and each time that clock moves into a new zone, control passes to the other player. And remember, contestants, you may buzz in only when you have control. If you're right, well, you score the number of points that are showing. To help you make up your mind, John, as to whether or not you want to pass or play, the first subject is mythology. There's an extra clue for you watching at home. On this subject, you can now decide, John. You can begin off in the 4 zone, or you can force Roger to play. Will you play or pass?
I'll play.
You will play on mythology. Good luck to you. The clock stops when you hit the buzzer. It takes 9 points or more to win. Time starts now. My name figures prominently in Greek mythology. There have been many versions of my story, including one by Sophocles, which concerns the... John.
Antigone.
Is not the correct answer. That means that, Roger, you have control of the game, and time continues now, which concerns the Oracle of Delphi. In this legend, King Laos is told that I, his son, would kill him. I grew up to fulfill... Roger.
Oedipus.
Oedipus is the correct answer. Answered in the 3 zone, which means that now, John, you get a chance to play what we call catch-up. The subject is science. There's a clue for you watching at home on science, John. Play or pass?
I'll pass.
You will pass science over to Roger. Roger, on science, you're on 3. You've struck the first blow for Switzerland. Your time starts now. I am a basic part of all matter and was discovered in 1932 by Sir James Chadwick. Scientists use me to make ordinary elements radioactive. I appear to have no electric charge. I spin and behave in some ways like a bar magnet in a magnetic field. John.
A neutron.
A neutron is absolutely correct. Also answered in the 3 zone, but yours is the first choice. The subject is political history. There's a clue for you watching at home on this subject, John. Play or pass?
I'll play.
You will play on political history. Said very confidently, sir, if I may say so, and your time starts now. I was born in 1809 and died in 1865. I lived on a farm, and when I could be spared, I went to a schoolhouse where I learned reading, writing, and arithmetic. Later, John.
Abraham Lincoln.
Is correct. Very well answered, sir. So that means, Roger, that you are playing catch-up on 3 points. The category is places. Here's an extra clue for you watching at home on places. Roger, will you play or pass?
I'll play.
You'll play on places on 3 points. Your time starts now. I'm a small nation on the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. In ancient times, a nation existed on my site, but it fell to... Roger.
Sicily.
Is not the correct answer, which means, John, you have control of the game, and time continues now to a series of conquerors. About 1,500 years ago, I became an Arab territory, then a Turkish one, and in 1918, I came under the control of Great Britain. My neighbours protested my creation in 1948 and invaded me.
Gibraltar.
Roger, that is not the correct answer, which means, John, you have control of the game and your time continues now. Invaded me the next day. One of my holiest places, John.
Israel.
Is the correct answer. Answered in the 1 zone, which takes you up to 8 points, John, which means, however, Roger, you're still playing catch-up. The subject is geography, and there's a clue for you watching at home on that subject. Will you play or pass?
Pass.
You're going to pass over to John on the subject of geography. 1 point, that one vital point away from today's win. Your time starts now. Most of the time, people pay little attention to me, but when I waken, I cause great wonder. Early man probably saw me in action, and since then I have taken many lives and caused much destruction. I am a cone that lies within the rim of Mount St. Roger.
Oh, volcano.
No is not the correct answer, which means that, John, you have control of the game and your time continues now. That lies within the rim of Mount Summa. My first recorded eruption took place in 79 AD, when my ashes and lava covered Herculaneum. John.
Vesuvius.
Vesuvius is the correct answer in the 2 zone. It takes you to 10, and you're today's winner. Congratulations, Sean. You're through to the heat final later on this week, and you have also won this memento of your achievement, which is a lovely exclusive gift to winning contestants on Going for Gold. Congratulations, John. It means, Roger, we're sorry to lose you, but as it's Going for Gold, we will see you again tomorrow. I hope that you'll see us tomorrow, when once again I'll be inviting contestants from all over Europe who are happy and delighted to be going for gold. Bye-bye now. Well done, John. Excellent. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Roger, well played. That was fair. In the end, now, that was fair.
Challenge loves its quiz, but we also bring you a whole heap of tough men and women. Tonight, catch the new Ninja Warrior tournament, which kicks off in a double bill from 10. And on Sunday, don't miss the latest from the States with TNA Impact Wrestling at 9. And if that wasn't enough, this week's rescheduled brand new TNA Explosion is tomorrow night at 11:55.